Hello, I'm Dr. Paula Chambers, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. This class will teach you an easy, relaxing movement meditation that helps your body self-heal. You will also learn how this same movement practice can help you reduce perfectionism and self-criticism. If you're a die-hard perfectionist like me, you know how terrible a problem it is, and you would probably try anything to get rid of it. Here's something new for you to try. The movement meditation has a name. It's called NIA 5 Stages. NIA, N-I-A, stands for Now I Am. It is a sensory-based, holistic dance fitness practice that I teach here on Zoom twice a week. It was created by Debbie Rosas in the early 80s. 5 Stages is a movement meditation created by Debbie as a supplement to regular NIA classes. First, I'll explain NIA 5 Stages and then demonstrate it for you. And then you'll try it yourself with my guidance, just to learn the moves and sense what it feels like. Then I'll show you how NIA 5 Stages can help you heal your perfectionism and self-criticism. I'll guide you through the same movements again, but in a new perfectionism-busting way. And you will experience for yourself the healing power of 5 Stages movement meditation to turn your perfectionism into self-compassion. So, NIA 5 Stages, what is it? As the human organism grows and develops, it goes through 5 physical shapes. An embryo in the womb, a baby creeping on the floor on its belly, then crawling, standing, and walking. Each shape is a stage of its development. NIA 5 Stages is a gentle movement sequence done on the floor in which we move through those 5 shapes with our today bodies as adults. Experiencing those shapes again physically reminds us of how our body grows, develops, and heals. So let me demonstrate. You just watch me. Don't do it yourself, perfectionists. Let yourself just receive. We start on the floor. We're on the floor the whole time. But we start in a fetal position, resting on the floor. And we begin to move, rolling around on all 4 sides. The movement is round, circular, fluid, fish-like. And we land on our bellies. We make short side, long side. This is stage 2, creeping. We switch sides. This is challenging for some people. We'll see how it feels on you in a few minutes. And when you get this alternation, you can drag yourself forward on your belly, pulling with your hands, pushing with the one knee. You can go forward and backward. Creeping is horizontal, linear, lizard-like. Stage 3, crawling. We push up This is why we need knee pads. Stage 3, crawling. I need them. You might not. We sense this architecture, horizontal and vertical. And we begin to crawl. Sense the on and off balance nature of crawling. It is bear-like. Horizontal spine, vertical limbs. We come to rest. Widen our legs a little bit. Toes go onto the floor. And we push back into a squat. This is one version of it. Another version, if that's difficult, is to go up on one foot with the other foot flat and maybe change sides. That's another version. Whoa. And another version, for those of us who really struggle with that, is you can be up against a wall like this. Whatever your version of stage 4 is, this is stage 4, standing. It is vertical spine, free hands, stable base, monkey-like. And we rise till we're all the way up. Take a little tiptoe walk. Still keep watching. Don't be doing it now. And let your heels and hands come down into a normal human adult walk. This architecture is vertical fully. It feels on and off balance, free, empowered, filled with choices, human-like. You already know these movements. You have done them all before many times, and they are still present in your body. Your inner baby remembers what it was like to be in the womb, to be creeping, crawling, learning how to stand, and finally walking. You've done it all before. You can make whatever adjustments you need to be comfortable in a version of each of the 5 stages in your today adult body. No matter what your injuries might be or limitations, you can adapt to do NIA 5 stages. So, now it's your turn to try it. Perfectionists, hello, you are not being judged on this. This is your first time. You don't have to get it right, even if it was your 100th time. There is no right. There is only your body and your way, having your experience. So take off any belts or jewelry that you might have. And if you have knee pads like I use, put them on now. I got them on the NIA website, nianow.com, for $20. The knee pads are really only used mainly for the crawling stage, when we're crawling on hands and knees. I can do it without them, but it's just more comfortable with them, so I use them. If you don't have knee pads, it's okay. You can use a rolled up towel or a pillow, or you can bunch up your pants under your kneecaps. Lots of ways to pad yourself. So, or you could even not touch your knees to the floor. Maybe you can crawl on toes and hands, feet and hands instead of knees and hands. Any adaptation is okay. So, I'll be guiding you from here. Your whole job is just to find your most comfortable way of doing the NIA 5 stages. Your way is already okay with me. So, take yourself down to the earth in a fetal position and rest. Sense gravity pulling your flesh towards the center of the earth. This is stage 1, embryonic. When you're ready, roll around on the floor bonelessly. Sense every little movement. Sense gravity acting on your body in different directions as you roll. Sense the roundness of this movement. It's circular, fluid, fish-like. Use all 4 sides as you roll. Good. Come to a rest on your belly. Sense gravity pulling through the front of your body. This is the beginning of stage 2, creeping. Put your arms and legs into short side, long side. And at first, without moving forward, just switch sides. See how that feels. Switch again. Find your version of switching sides that feels good to you. Good. And when you're ready, begin pulling yourself forward with that switching movement. If you're on carpet, you won't move forward. That's okay. Just use your muscles as if you were pulling yourself forward for real. Oh, sense what's happening in your spine. Stage 2 creeping is horizontal, linear, lizard-like. Imagine you're a lizard. You can go forward and back, however feels good to you. What does this feel like to move like a lizard? You don't have to put words to it. Just sense it. Very good. And rest. Visualize yourself on hands and knees. Grab your towel if you need padding. And when you're ready, push up onto hands and knees. Before moving, sense this architecture. Horizontal spine, vertical limbs. When you're ready, crawl forward, sensing each palm placement on the floor. Notice the diagonal cross patterning. This arm, the other knee. That arm, the other knee. Makes an X. This movement is bear-like. Imagine yourself a bear crawling in the woods. Sense what this shape, this movement feels like in your body. Good. Good adjustment. Seek comfort and pleasure always. You don't have to do it perfectly. Do it comfortably instead. Very good. When you're ready, come to a stop. Visualize yourself squatting. Just visualize. Decide how you're going to try stage 4 standing. And when you're ready, now try it. Sense the verticality of your spine. Make your base stable. If it's not stable, find a new way. Reach out in space from your stable base. Sense the vertical architecture of standing. Your spine is nearly vertical for the first time. The movement is monkey-like. Imagine yourself a monkey. When you're ready, visualize yourself standing. And when you're ready to do it, stand up. You can push off with your hands, no problem. Do it comfortably for your body. If you can stand all the way on tiptoes, awesome. If not, that's okay. Just stand. And sense the full verticality of this position. You're as tall and straight as you can be. Take a walk around your space, landing gently on your heels. Just a regular adult human walk. Sense the alternating weight bearing, one foot and the other. Notice how free you are to change direction. Yes, that's right. Play with that. This is stage 5, walking. Very good. Very good. Excellent. You've just gone through the 5 stages. If parts of that were not comfortable for your body, don't worry. You can make further adjustments. There is no demerit. There is no A- because you didn't do it right. There's no A or grades at all. There is only sensation and experience. So now come back to the screen, and I'm going to show you an image. There we go. Look at this beautiful baby. This is a fetus inside the womb, an imaginative rendering thereof. When you are a baby, nothing is expected of you. And as the baby grows and learns to creep, crawl, stand, and walk, everybody is delighted with every bit of progress, right? Every bit of it. These 5 stages, embryonic, creeping, crawling, walking, and standing, offer a model of the learning process. Once you learn that terminology and experience it in your body, you can choose to apply these 5 stages to yourself in your mind, and in your words to describe where you are at in your learning process around a specific topic. Like, I'm just learning how to fix my car. So you could say, I am embryonic in learning how to fix my car. Or maybe you know a little bit. You can say, I'm creeping. I am creeping. I know a couple of things and I'm learning more. Any of the stages represents a success. It is a forward-moving concept where there is no ideal, there is only progress. In anything, in relationships, in your work, in your wellness life, in your financial life, anything that is a meaningful thing in life, there's learning involved. You must learn something in order to have a better marriage, in order to manage your money more effectively. There's learning involved in every aspect of life. And these 5 stages let you characterize your learning in a helpful, positive way that recognizes incremental success. So now I'm going to guide you through the 5 stages a second time with that in mind. Take yourself again down to the earth and rest in a fetal position. Imagine that you are a baby inside the womb. You are already enough. No tests to pass. No one to impress. You know nothing. Nothing. And no one expects you to know anything. Imagine as you begin rolling around, imagine that you're surrounded by nutritious liquid. With every breath, every movement, soak in oxygen, nutrition, encouragement. As you roll, get all 4 sides, experience a floating sensation. Say out loud to yourself, I am nourished by not knowing. Say it again. Believe it. I am nourished by not knowing. Say to yourself, I am enough, exactly as I am. Come to rest on your belly. Sense the pull of gravity pulling through the front of your body. Discover gravity For the first time, imagine that sensation of gravity pulling through your front is the first earthly sensation you've ever encountered. Make short side, long side, and switch. Discover the anatomy of shoulders, hips, and spine. As if for the very first time. And when you're ready, begin to move forward in stage 2, creeping. If you're on carpet, it's okay not to move, but use your muscles as if you're really pushing. Sense the muscles on either side of your spine. Sense your arms pushing down to pull forward, and that one bent knee pushing back to push you forward. Consider going backwards if you feel like it. It's different. It's fun. Change direction anytime. Sense this movement's horizontality. Linear. Lizard-like. Imagine you have a lizard tail swishing behind your spine as you curve one way and the other. Can you make yourself into a lizard? You can add a little tongue. Very good. Remember these sensations. When you're ready, come to a stop. Visualize yourself crawling. Visualize yourself pushing up to all fours. And when you're ready, push up. Do whatever you need for knee comfort. Sense this new position, stage 3, crawling. Sense horizontal spine, vertical limbs. Wag your spine a little bit. Move your tail. And when you're ready, begin to crawl. Placing a paw at a time, bear-like. Sense this architecture in your body. Change direction. Go anywhere. Notice it's easier to change direction in crawling than it was in creeping. You have learned more now. You have developed further. And you are beautiful as a crawling creature. Enjoy the crawl. Backwards, forwards, sideways even. Crawling is where you know a little bit. You know a few things. Because you know a few things, you can do a few more things. You can move faster. You can change direction more easily. Very good. You're doing great. Come to a stop. Slide your knees and feet apart a little bit and visualize yourself standing. However your body likes to stand. If the last time you didn't like the way you did it last time, try a different way this time. Try a different way. And here we go. Stand. Stage 4, standing. Spine is vertical, legs are bent. Your upper body is free. Use your arms to explore. And sense the vertical, monkey-like movement of free upper body and stable base. Look how much more is within your reach now, because you have developed to this new stage. You have succeeded again at advancing. And when you're ready to fully stand, go ahead, push up into full verticality, tiptoes if you can. Take a few steps, and then let your feet and hands float down, and a normal human walk. Stage 5, walking. Oh, sense the verticality of this move, fully vertical. Sense the easy alternation of one foot and the other, hip and shoulder. Sense and play with how easy it is now to change direction. Go this way, go that way, backwards even, and forwards. That's right, you choose which way to go. That's right. Now you are walking. You're at stage 5. You're an adult human. You have learned so much to get to this place. Now come join me at the screen again. Very good. By going through the NIA 5 stages, daily or almost daily, and saying to yourself, I am nourished by not knowing, or I am enough, or I am creeping, I am crawling, now I am standing, now I am walking. By doing these movements daily, you will imprint into your consciousness and your body a learning model that better reflects how humans actually learn. They don't go from 0 to 60 in 40 seconds. The body and the mind need time to learn. Expecting yourself to know everything or do something perfectly is like skipping right ahead to walking. But we are not born walking, are we? No, we are not. The process of learning has stages, and you can more compassionately describe your state regarding anything by using those 5 stages terms. You can say, even just to yourself, maybe other people would think it's weird if you say, I'm in embryonic about this. Okay, say it to yourself. Wow, I'm really embryonic about learning this app. Or, golly, I don't know anything about that. I'm embryonic in that. An embryo holds potential. An embryo is enough, just existing. And as you learn a little bit more, validate your learning by saying to yourself, ooh, look at me, I am creeping now. I've learned a few things. I know a couple of basics about this thing, whatever it is. And you learn a few more things. You decide when to say, I'm crawling now. And say it to yourself with real pride, taking full credit for the success that your progress represents. You're on the road. You are learning in an ongoing way. You're not rushing either. You're enjoying crawling. Hey, beats scraping. And continuing on until you feel you know a lot about the thing. You feel competent in that thing. Then you can say, yep, I'm walking in that. Think of something now that you're really, really competent at. I'm really competent at cooking. I'm definitely walking in cooking, definitely. And yet, learning can be recursive. When you think you're walking, you might discover something that makes you realize, oh my God, I have so much more to learn. Wow. I thought I knew everything about that, but I do not. And then you can take yourself back to embryonic and go through the stages again as you learn. You are on an upward spiral of development. You're not trying to be perfect. You are evolving every day in every way. And this language helps me characterize myself to myself. It helps me, a die-hard perfectionist, discover beginner's mind. It helps me discover the joy of taking credit for small steps, even though there are many steps yet to come. When I've learned a little bit, it's like, yay, I learned a little bit. It is very self-loving to think of yourself in these compassionate terms, rather than beating yourself up for what you don't know. So that is the secret, how the NIA 5 stages can be used for anti-perfectionism, self-compassion training. Do it every day, and you will be more self-compassionate. Thank you for your time, and I welcome any feedback on this experience. Email me at paula@paulachambers.me.